If you're feeling overwhelmed at home, maybe you need more simplicity in your home's design. Let's find out how. Welcome to GA Atelier, the podcast where intentional interior design meets mindful living. I'm your host, Johanna Askar, and I'm here with you on this journey to transform our living spaces into sanctuaries that reflect our unique story, personality, style, and lifestyle, while elevating our everyday life at home. So step inside my design workshop and let's design your home together. I love simplicity in my style, at home, in my wardrobe, but I'll be honest with you, it doesn't mean I'm always successful at achieving it. It's not always easy, but it's definitely a style and a lifestyle that speaks to me. Keeping things simple and elegant. And I like designing spaces that achieve that seemingly effortless simplicity, a space that gives a certain je ne sais quoi. But here are a few misconceptions about simple design or simplicity in design. I personally believe that designing a home with simplicity is not about minimalism. This is a different concept. Minimalism has elements of simplicity, of course, but it's not the same. Simplicity is a concept that can be applied to any design style, not just a minimalistic or maybe a modern one, for example. And another misconception is that it doesn't mean that the home will lack character or beauty. People tend to think the house will be empty, cold, or even unwelcoming if it's too simple. And another one is that simple design means easy, and it's not really well thought out. It's just kind of thrown together quickly without any thought behind it. But believe it or not, a simple design doesn't always mean easy. I actually learned this when I designed my house. A lot of the simple details that I wanted to include were harder to execute than the more elaborate ones. When things are really stripped down to their essence and you will see everything about an item, the finishing details and the finishing touches really do matter. And for me, simple elegance in home design is more than an aesthetic. It also reflects a lifestyle. How do we want to live in that space? How do we want to move? How do we want to feel? It's about creating a space that's both visually and emotionally pleasing. It's a sensory experience where each element in the space adds to that feeling. Maybe a feeling of calm and ease. So let's break down some key elements of a simple design. First one is effortless, like I mentioned, seemingly effortless. The charm of a simplicity or a simple design lies in how people perceive that it was just effortless. You did not put a lot of effort into it. It may look easy to achieve, but in truth, it really requires intentionality and more effort than people think. Every piece, every color is chosen with careful thought, and this is really where intentional design comes in. The other thing is restraint. You have to learn to love restraint and kind of stop yourself when you're adding things or designing a space. Stop and think, oh, do I really want to add this? Does the space really need that? Or can I take it away or remove it? Less is really more here. Colors, patterns, textures, furniture, decor, all of this. Less is usually more. Focusing on one color palette, for example, so that the space is not overwhelmed. Selecting patterns and texture that complement each other rather than compete. But you can still maintain some contrast between the elements. It's just that things effortlessly work together. And again, intentionality and purposes important here. It's about selecting these colors and patterns and textures and everything in the space so that each element serves a purpose or adds a value. The third thing is clean lines. Just in general, choosing furniture or architectural elements with simple, uninterrupted lines. Think of furniture with elegant designs, smooth lines, a layout that offers easy flow. And again, it's not about a minimalistic design, but a design that gives a sense of ease. An effortless design rather than a complicated one that is interrupted by things or colors or patterns. Just things should just flow together. Another thing is quality. And again, because in a simple design, you usually don't have a lot. So quality over quantity really is important here. Each piece is chosen with intention and a specific purpose, like I said. So the quality of that piece and what it means to you will be really important. It's not about how many items we fill the space with, but the purpose and quality that each piece holds. An important thing also is a focal point. Creating a focal point is key. Every simple space has usually only one focal point to anchor the design visually. This could be a statement piece of furniture, artwork that holds personal value, or an architectural element, or even a natural element like a plant, a big plant, large window with a view. So designing the space, the rest of the space, to complement this focal point and allow it to take center stage. A very important but overlooked element is negative space or white space. It's really essential to remember that in simple design. Leaving certain areas of your space intentionally empty. It allows the eyes to rest and truly appreciate the elements that are present. It adds breathing room to your design and keeps it uncluttered. And like I mentioned, details. So focusing on details is where a simple design really shines if it's well executed. Because the space is not cluttered and things are not competing with each other, the small, often subtle elements can elevate the overall design. It adds a sense of refinement without overwhelming the space. It's really all in the details. So don't underestimate the power of details and pay attention to the smallest things in your space. It could be decor, art, or even how you style the space. So how do you start in your home? How do you incorporate more simplicity in your home? Start by evaluating your current space. This is where I always like to start. It's just to see where you are, where your space is, what you have. And if you need help with that, I created a simple, case in point, a simple 4-step guide for you. And I will put the link in the show notes for you to get that guide. But look at your space not just as a functional place to live, but also a place to evoke feelings. And if simplicity is a feeling you want to cultivate, literally and figuratively, making your life simple, then designing your space with that intention is a start. So ask yourself, what elements in your space feel like they bring you joy or calm? And make it easy for the space to function and support your lifestyle. And what elements stop that ease and flow? Remove what doesn't help and add or rearrange what does. Like I said, simplicity offers a sensory experience that is visually and emotionally pleasing. It creates an atmosphere of understated luxury of ease and space, breathing space, and simple beauty, while maintaining a sense of comfort and functionality. Your home will radiate a refined style, relaxed sophistication, and effortless elegance. This is the beauty of simplicity and really the power of intentional design. Thank you for joining my atelier, If today's episode inspired you, share it with a friend, and don't forget to follow the podcast for more ideas on intentional interior design. And please consider writing a review. I would love to hear from you. See you in the next episode.